So, good morning. Nice to meet you. I'm Jacqueline, and thank you for being a part of our interview today and sharing your company insights with our students. It'd be great if you could just introduce yourself and the company you're with.
So my name is Madison Munroe, and I'm the operations manager at CTH Controls.
And thank you so much for being a part of this interview today as one of our sponsors. So, we'll get right into the questions. So, as you can see, there's so many students already here walking around the Get Hired Fair, which can be extremely nerve wracking. For some students who may feel invisible at large networking events, what is one piece of advice you would give to them, or what is a cheat code for standing out at these events?
So in terms of advice, I think it helps to really show up early and kind of beat those crowds. I know earlier in the day when there was a significant amount less people, it was a lot easier to make more personal and deeper connections with other students. And in terms of cheat codes, honestly, if you're nervous, just tell them. We're probably nervous too. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And so, with lots of hiring opportunities and job postings from your company, is there an entry level role at your company that students often overlook but shouldn't? And what emerging skills do you think would be essential in the next coming years?
So I think one of the most overlooked positions is entry level inside sales. Inside sales has a bad rap, but I think it's one of the most important positions in our company. You manage the sales pipeline, and I think it helps you really get a good knowledge base of product, the industry, and networking opportunities.
Thank you so much. It's fun. So, a lot of students may have their own ideas about the companies that come here. So, is there any misconceptions that you think students may have about the company that you'd like to clear up?
I wouldn't be too sure about the company, but in terms of as operations manager, I deal with a lot of operations and the sales side of the company. And a lot of people that I've spoken to today seem to think that inside sales is cold calling or like going out and like finding sales, which I could be true for other industries, but in ours, I think it's one of the most important roles personally. That's where I started, and that's where I kind of oversee. You're building such a deep connection with your customers and repeat customers and bigger corporations and those people at the companies that you're working with. And I think that the knowledge and networking opportunities are immensely beneficial.
Thank you. So, demonstrating a culture fit for students, there can be so many students that are applying to just one job. So, how can students show that they're a good culture fit when submitting their resumes and going through the interview process even before they get hired?
So in terms of the interview process, I think it's very important to ask questions. I've been asked a lot of interesting questions. I've done a few different like job interviews so far, even this week. And the people that stand out the most are the people who ask questions about the culture of the workplace and what the environment is like on a day-to-day basis. I also think it helps to stand out by telling stories about yourself and your experience, just to develop that deeper personal connection with your interviewer, which helps you then in turn stands out.
Showing a genuine interest really helps.
Yeah.
Okay, and for our last question, as somebody who's going to be graduating soon myself, and on behalf of many students that will be graduating soon, what is one piece of advice you'd give to someone starting their first role outside of school?
Something that I was told actually was act like a sponge, but with a filter. You learn everything that you can, of course, but you also want to ensure that you're learning the correct way and you're developing your own insights into the role and following proper procedure, especially because people who have been doing the job longer are able to adapt more easily to different situations and they have that knowledge base. So by watching other people, but also in turn forming your own views, I think is very beneficial.
Okay, thank you so much. And that wraps up the interview. So thank you so much for being a part of it. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the fair.